One of the biggest bands in the world is set to rock Toronto tonight. And after a bumpy opening night, those who own and operate the brand new Rogers Stadium say they are ready to host Coldplay. But fans are simply hoping they won't be left feeling yellow at the end of the night. Lindsay Dunn joins us live from Downsview Park tonight. And Lindsay, Coldplay's first album was called Parachutes, but that's really not an option for fans who are trying to get in and out of that concert venue tonight.
Many fans around us right now are wishing they had a parachute. We are just across from the Rogers Stadium, which is just behind my shoulder right now, in the Shepherd West parking lot, where it is absolutely packed. There's at least 30 cars circling, trying to find a parking spot. Many fans getting here early, trying to learn from what happened last time, where some fans said it took them over 2 hours to not only get out of this parking spot, but actually out of the actual physical venue. And here's a reminder of what happened with fans, but also what Live Nation is hoping will happen and what they're doing to prevent it from happening again.
It was kind of busy.
We had some issues with the TTC, so we ended up having to take an Uber last minute.
I think there was a lot of confusion on the exit, so what we've done is try to make communication with fans more clear, have it better lit, have more signage, have more event personnel out there and security and police to direct people so that they know where they're going. I think there was just a lot of confusion after the show.
Fans who attended the debut show at Rogers Stadium complained it took them hours to get out of the arena after the show. To help with the flow, they've had more traffic officers and more routes for the fans to get to and from transit stations, which they encourage is still the best way to get to the venue.
We partnered with the TTC and Metrolinx to deliver free rides home. You know, we knew the transit was the main way to get to this venue, and we thought to encourage fans to come to the stadium via transit and to our sustainability goals and trying to reduce the amount of traffic and the burden in the area from that. Providing free rides home we thought was the right thing to do when it came to fans coming to the stadium. It also makes for a much smoother boarding of transit post-show so that we can move and get fans home more safely and more quickly.
We were stuck in traffic trying to drive around here to find a wheelchair accessible spot. There's none. They were sold out weeks ago. So we had to drive around until we could go somewhere else to get a taxi to bring us here. Adjustments
were also made to make the venue more accessibility friendly, especially getting to and from the area. And with the warm weather Toronto's experiencing, they've added more water stations and shaded areas. I know after the first show, there was some discussion about the grandstand. So
yes.
Can you kind of talk about, maybe some of the concerns people had there?
Yeah, I think a temporary grandstand of this nature, a little bit of movement is natural. It absorbs the energy of the crowd and the movement of the crowd. And so it's designed to actually do that. These structures are built by some of the best engineers for these types of things in the world. It's reviewed by engineers. It's reviewed by the building department at the city and inspected. So they're built to a very, very, very high standard. So that bit of movement that people were feeling was a natural and expected part of the structure.
These adjustments are designed to enhance crowd flow and experience of the show. But with tens of thousands of people in the area, they say there will always be some sort of delay.
As you said, it's still 50,000 fans, and that'll take some time to get people out in a transit-oriented venue like this.
We are still a few hours away from Coldplay actually hitting the stage at Rogers Stadium, and every parking lot around here is almost at capacity, or right now the one we're in is over capacity with people trying to find parking spots. So if you are able to take public transit, that will be your easiest option. And they are saying if you do decide to drive and you can't find parking, please do not go in the residential areas and block people's driveways, because that is exactly what happened last time.